Attention, passionate Dallas Cowboys fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East, and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another championship run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before we dive in, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and fellow Dallas Cowboys fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you're a Cowboys fan, you know that every season brings a new set of challenges, surprises, and drama. But this particular story, it is stirring up a lot of conversations around the league because what happened during the Eagles' latest game against the Dallas Cowboys involves a very controversial incident that could have repercussions far beyond just a single match. And I am here to break down exactly what unfolded, what is at stake, and what might happen next. So picture this. It was a tense Thursday night game, a crucial NFC East matchup that everyone has been hyped about, especially with playoff implications on the line. The Cowboys were out there fighting hard, trying to hold their ground against the NFC East rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles, a team with a deep roster and a history of playoff success in recent years. And in the middle of all that tension, something happened that is now making waves across the league, an incident involving Eagles defensive tackle Jaylen Carter and Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. From the footage, what we saw was pretty shocking. During the game, as tensions ran high, Jaylen Carter was seen spitting on Dak Prescott, a move that immediately sparked controversy. Now, it is not just about the act itself, but the context around it. Prescott was seen near the Eagles' huddle, where trainers were tending to Eagles fullback Ben Van Sumeren, who had just suffered an injury during the opening kickoff. And after Prescott spat, he even grinned, a gesture that only added fuel to the fire. Then, in a moment that made headlines, Carter responded by spitting back at Prescott, which was caught clearly by an official nearby. That official didn't hesitate, he threw a flag, and Carter was ejected from the game before he could even step onto the field for a single play. Now, this incident naturally raised a lot of questions about league policies and how the NFL will handle such behavior. You see, the league takes a zero-tolerance stance on acts that demean or disrespect the game or its players. During the spring league meetings, NFL Executive Vice President Troy Vincent explicitly warned teams, coaches, and players that the league would crack down hard on violations that reflect poorly on the sport. So, this incident involving Carter and Prescott is not just seen as a one-off moment of bad conduct. It is a test case for the league's enforcement of its policies. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, there is a lot of uncertainty about what kind of punishment Jaylen Carter might face. Some insiders believe that Carter could potentially escape a suspension, especially because he served what many assume was a sort of time served by missing the entire game. Historically, when players have been involved in misconduct like this, the league has typically handed out fines rather than suspensions. No player in recent memory has been suspended solely for spitting, which suggests that the NFL might lean towards a fine or some other disciplinary action rather than a lengthy ban. But here's the thing: this incident puts the league's zero-tolerance policy under the microscope. Will they follow through with a strict punishment, or will they decide to treat this as a lesser infraction? The league's decision is expected to come down very soon, possibly as early as Monday, and it is going to be interesting to see what they decide. If the NFL chooses to make an example out of Carter, it could send a message that disrespectful conduct will not be tolerated, reinforcing the league's stance on maintaining professionalism and respect on the field. Let us take a moment to analyze the context of all this. The Cowboys, as you know, are a team with a storied history, a franchise that has been through thick and thin, with iconic players, memorable moments, and a fan base that is passionate beyond measure. And every year they face challenges, injuries, tough opponents, and sometimes controversial incidents like this one. Prescott's leadership is vital for the Cowboys, and any distraction, whether it is a controversial on-field incident or a league discipline, can have ripple effects on the team's focus and performance. Speaking of Prescott, he handled the situation with a lot of maturity, at least publicly. After the game, Prescott acknowledged the incident, but also emphasized that the team was focused on the game plan and moving forward. Cowboys coaching staff made adjustments to their offensive approach, knowing that the Eagles' defense, especially Carter, was a key focal point. The Cowboys responded by rushing for 121 yards and averaging nearly 6 yards per carry through the first 3 quarters, a sign that the offensive line and running game were working well despite the chaos. But the Eagles' defense, led by their talented front, held strong in the fourth quarter, preventing Dallas from scoring further and ultimately sealing the victory. This game, with all its drama, also highlighted how physical and emotional NFL matchups can get, especially when divisional pride and playoff aspirations are at stake. The Cowboys are aiming for another deep playoff run, and incidents like this, while unfortunate, are part of the NFL's complex tapestry of competition. They also serve as a reminder that every snap, every play, and every interaction can become part of the larger narrative of a season one that fans will remember, analyze, and debate for years to come. Now, for the Cowboys specifically, this incident could have some lingering effects. The team's defense, which has been solid this season, now faces the challenge of maintaining focus amid ongoing controversy. The leadership of players like Prescott, along with the coaching staff, will be crucial in keeping the team united and focused on their goals. The Cowboys' defense has been among the best in the league in terms of yards allowed and turnovers, and the LL need to continue that level of performance if they want to contend deep into January. But beyond just the immediate game plans, there's also the broader question of discipline and sportsmanship, something the league is undoubtedly considering as they review Carter's actions. Looking back at the history of the Cowboys, they've always been a team that rises above adversity. From the legendary 90s dynasty to the recent playoff appearances, Dallas has built a reputation for resilience and toughness. And while the league's disciplinary decisions are still pending, the Cowboys' focus remains on winning games and making a statement on the field. The upcoming weeks will be crucial for their playoff positioning, especially with tough divisional rivals like the Eagles and the Washington Commanders still in the hunt. And of course, this incident also opens up discussions about player conduct, league policies, and the culture of the game. Some critics argue that spitting is a serious violation that warrants a strong punishment. Others believe that context matters, and that perhaps this was an emotional response in a heated game. Whatever the final decision, it's clear that the NFL is taking a hard look at its policies, and incidents like this could influence how future disciplinary actions are handled. Now, let us zoom out a bit and talk about Jaylen Carter himself. The young defensive tackle was a highly touted draft pick, someone with immense talent and potential. Coming out of Georgia, he was considered one of the top defensive prospects in the 2023 NFL Draft, known for his explosive power and disruptive ability on the line. The Eagles were thrilled to add him to their roster, expecting him to be a cornerstone of their defensive front for years to come. But incidents like this, especially early in his career, could raise questions about his maturity and how he handles intense situations. Carter has already shown flashes of brilliance on the field, but this moment will undoubtedly test his character and how he responds to adversity. His apology after the game was a step in the right direction, but the league's decision on discipline will send a strong message about expectations for behavior. For the Cowboys, facing a player like Carter, whether in future matchups or in terms of their game planning, means understanding that temperament and discipline can be as critical as talent on the field. Looking ahead, the Cowboys are in a good position to capitalize on this moment. They have one of the league's most dynamic offenses, led by Prescott, and a defense that's been among the best in creating turnovers and stopping the run. Their offensive line has been solid, and the addition of key players in recent drafts has helped solidify their front seven. The team is also benefiting from a balanced attack, with a mix of veteran leadership and young talent eager to make their mark. But the season is long, and controversies like this serve as a reminder that everything is interconnected. A single incident can galvanize a team or become a distraction if not handled properly. The Cowboys' coaching staff will need to keep everyone focused, and Prescott's leadership will be pivotal in maintaining team cohesion. They also need to keep an eye on league developments, especially with the NFL's disciplinary decisions, which could impact their upcoming opponents or even their own players. And let us not forget about the broader NFC landscape. The Eagles, now embroiled in this controversy, are still a formidable opponent with a talented roster, especially on defense. They have the potential to bounce back and continue their strong season, but incidents like these can sometimes shake a team's composure. The NFC East has always been one of the most competitive divisions in the league, filled with rivalries, passion, and high-stakes games. The Cowboys, of course, want to assert themselves as division champions once again, and moments like this are part of the journey testing their resilience and mental toughness. In the end, what we're witnessing is a microcosm of the NFL's intense environment, a league where talent, passion, controversy, and discipline collide. For the Cowboys fans watching right now, know that your team's focus remains on winning and overcoming obstacles. The League's decision on Carter's discipline will be a key story in the coming days, but Dallas's path to the playoffs and beyond is still very much in their hands. They have the talent, the coaching, and the determination to keep pushing forward, no matter what external distractions may arise. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What is your take on this incident? Do you think the league will give Carter a hefty suspension, or will they treat it as a lesser infraction? How do you see this affecting the Cowboys' season? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. We in this together, and as always, let us keep the passion alive and continue supporting our team through thick and thin. Thanks for being with us, and remember, this is your home for everything Cowboys. Until next time.